Hey guys, so I wanted to update you guys. As you guys know, I am a board certified hypnotherapist, and I'm just having like phenomenal results with my clients and within myself, honestly. It's so crazy. So today I want to do a short video on how hypnotherapy can create habits, okay? How hypnotherapy can create good habits. So once again, hypnotherapy, if you guys have watched my videos and been following me, quick definition of hypnotherapy is using hypnosis as a technique to relax the client, to bring the unconscious mind forward so that we can then reprogram the unconscious mind to fit and maximize the conscious desires, right? So you might want to be rich and you feel like you can be successful, but you have some unconscious beliefs or expectations that need to be reprogrammed before you could ever achieve that outcome. Because you are what you think, you are what you believe. Okay? So hypnotherapy is a very powerful practice. So specifically what we're talking about today is how to create habits, good habits, immediately, quickly with hypnotherapy. As many of you know, habits usually take many days in order to form. There is some difference of opinions here in terms of how many days it takes. Some people think it could take 20 days. Some people think it takes 60 days to form a new habit. So we're just going to discuss quickly how hypnotherapy bypasses the need for all those days in order to establish a new good habit. So the first thing we have to understand is how we learn as human beings, right? Because if we create a new habit, then we are learning something new, okay? For example, if my habit is I'm going to work out 3 times a week, okay? And I'm gonna make that a habit, meaning it's gonna happen continuously and at certain points. So if I have that idea and I'm going to practice that, the learning part is me actually executing it, going through with it, experiencing it, then repeating it. And so the way the human brain works is there's 3 ways in which we learn. The first way is a heightened emotional experience, okay? So something can happen in your life that has heightened emotion attached to it, and you will learn something and it will be programmed into your unconscious mind effectively, and then you will go ahead and have that new behavior. For example, some people have had a huge emotional experience and then all of a sudden they're not smoking anymore, okay? They stopped the habit of smoking. It could be they had a child and all of a sudden they never pick up another cigarette again. It could be something tragic happened, right? Which opened their eyes and therefore they decided they're going to stop a habit or start a new habit, okay? So the learning happened because the emotional experience acted as a catalyst to create the change in their unconscious mind for them to create the behavior. Okay, all learning happens with the participation of your unconscious mind. So it could be from a heightened experience. The second way that we learn is through repetition. And a good example of this is what happens in class, in school. You have your teacher, she teaches you something, you practice it, you repeat it, you study it, and eventually gets programmed into your unconscious mind and you know it, you've learned it. And everyone's different in terms of how long that process is. Some people, they only need it repeated 1 or 2 times and it's stored in their unconscious mind, and some people need months. We're all different in how we learn. And the third way, right, that we learn is through hypnosis. Whenever we use hypnosis to create a new habit or to learn something, we're bypassing everything that could possibly filter or affect the installation of that learning, okay? So as I mentioned before, right, repetition, we repeat it enough, it gets stored into the unconscious mind, you've learned something, right? You have a new habit. Emotional experience, heightened emotional experience, it gets stored into the unconscious mind, you learn something, habit. Hypnosis is the direct programming into the unconscious mind so that you learn something and therefore have the new habit. How does this work? Well, I'm gonna make it as simple as possible. So you have something called the critical faculty, okay? It's the border control. It's the border police between your conscious mind and unconscious mind. Whatever you learn, whatever you see, all the external stimulus, it has to go through this filter called your critical faculty. So whatever you learn, right? Or not whatever you learn, but whatever you're taking in has to pass this test, right? Whatever comes into your senses has to pass this test. So whenever someone's trying to teach you something, it has to pass this filter. Whenever we are using hypnosis, we are bypassing that filter completely and storing information straight into your unconscious mind. So it's basically you have your border control, and imagine that all of a sudden that stimulus, that suggestion, gains the power of invisibility and passes through customs, no problem, no one ever sees it, and then bam, hits the world, hits the next destination, the unconscious mind, without being detected, without being detained, without being questioned. So hypnosis is an extremely powerful way for you to learn and create new habits without having to worry about time, right? And having to do something so many days before it becomes a habit. So we can go ahead and use hypnotherapy to create new habits. I have personally experienced this. I used to be very, very messy and disorganized. And with one session of hypnotherapy that was done for me, the next day I was organizing and cleaning. And ever since, my place has been really clean. Like, look, like, I don't know if you guys understand, but this is so rare for me to be clean like this. Oh, that's my breakfast plate. I'm gonna get rid of that right away. But my living room used to be messy. My kitchen used to be messy. And now it literally is like second nature. Oh no, it's falling apart. My whole video is falling apart. And now it's literally like second nature for me to clean and be organized. And I didn't need 20 to 60 days to install that habit. I use hypnotherapy, right, to get that suggestion installed in my unconscious mind. Therefore, I had reprogramming, and therefore I had a change of behavior and create a new habit. So, this is just a start. One of the videos I wanted to do, I'm gonna do a series of videos, but this is just a quick video on how hypnotherapy can help you form new habits. If you guys feel like you learned something, please go ahead, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel. I also did hypnotherapy for clarity and inspiration, and I've been inspired to post as many videos as I possibly can whenever I have a topic to talk about. So let me know what you guys think about this video, and I will see you guys soon.